Hey guys, congratulations. So we finished our first series for absolute beginner guitar lessons. It was 8 lessons, and we finished with the song Last Kiss, made famous by Pearl Jam, but has been around since the 50s and 60s. So we're going to carry on with a little bit of fun now. You've worked hard. We're going to do another song using some of those chords. Keeping in mind, guys, that when we do these lessons, I keep into perspective that you are a beginner. Okay, so I'm not going to throw in any crazy fancy strumming patterns, anything that might throw you off, or anything that might be a little bit further than where you're at right now. Also remember, in the Absolute Beginner series, in the description, there's always a practice plan for you. Always a practice plan. So make sure you check that out too, all right? So here we go. The song is called Knockin' on Heaven's Door by Bob Dylan. So there's 4 chords in it. There's a G, which you're familiar with, a D, there's an A minor, and then it repeats again, but it goes G, D, which we've seen before, but then it goes C. The pattern is that you're going to have G, and then you're going to have a D, and then you have an A minor, and then it goes back to the beginning of the cycle again, G, D, and then C. Now the A minor and the C, time-wise, and we'll get into lessons about all that, are going to be twice as long. But we're going to make it really simple here for you, okay? So, we can pick the song if you like, okay? We can do it that way, as we discussed. Picking the chords are very important, but by now you're probably really consistent with the chords when you're picking them. So we've got this kind of thing happening. G. We're using the easier G fingering. We have a more advanced fingering coming your way, but we're going to do the beginner one that we showed in the Absolute Beginner series, in the first series. We're going to pick that once, down and back up, like we discussed in the previous series. Then we're going to go to a D. Then we are going to go to A minor, and we're going to pick it 2 times. Back to the G. We're going to go to the D again. Then we're going to go to a C. The A minor and the C are always at the end, and they last twice as long. I don't want to get into too much about all that in this lesson. This is just to get you playing, but something to keep in mind, okay? Now, if we're going to strum it, we're just going to do down strums. Very easy strumming patterns here, okay? So we've got this happening. We're going to strum the G twice. Nice and slow, okay? Resist the urge to speed up, because if you start speeding up, you're going to start making mistakes. The faster you play it, the more likely you're going to make mistakes. No harm in learning how to do it slow, and it's a slow song anyway. Going to the D. We're going to go to the A minor now, so we're going to strum it 4 times. Back to the G. Twice. To the D, and then to the C, 4 times. So we have this kind of thing happening. We're going to do that nice and slow, and that pattern is like a loop, and it repeats. G, D, A minor, G, D, C. Then go right back to the beginning again. G, D, A minor, G, D, C. Remember, the A minor and the C, they last twice as long as the G and the D. So you can pick it like I demonstrated, or you can strum it. Nice, easy, friendly for a beginner. Okay, I would encourage you, once you start learning these songs, when you sit down to practice, once you have them down, put them into your practice with reviewing them, okay? So that is Knocking on Heaven's Door. Questions or comments? Comment below. And remember, practice hard, practice smart. We'll see you soon.